Now, New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo, who I need to run for president very soon, is backing the Amy Cooper law that would charge people with a hate crime for making false reports on people based on their race, gender, or religion. What are your thoughts?
I'm here for all of it. All of it. They need to do jail time immediately. You are falsifying a police report, falsifying information. You are putting someone's life in danger, especially if they're African American, because in an NYPD, the only person worse than them sometimes is the LAPD. But they pull up to shoot. They pull up with the mindset like, hey, if I can get one, I'm getting one today, baby. If he do anything, if he sneeze, pass gas, I'm shooting. And it's dangerous. They need to pay. They need to pay. And I'm here for it. I don't say give her no credit though. Call it the Karen law or something. Don't call it the Amy Cooper law.
She'll like be a martyr. Like they'll love that.
Yeah, or name it after the victim in the moment. So call it the Christian Cooper law, the Cooper law.
Right.
Don't name it after her. She ain't. I think his name was Christian Cooper or something. Christian something.
If you,
but name it after him.
If you can catch a charge or be penalized for falsely claiming fire or there's a bomb, then I mean, when you're calling the police because you're losing an argument, a battle of wits with someone, or you're offended, or you see little black kids showing joy, selling waters, playing in a park,
playing music,
they should get a charge.
Yeah,
they absolutely should get a charge. Now, what are your thoughts about defunding the police? And do you think that will bring about change in this country? What do you think about that?
I am here for it. I believe Camden, New Jersey, had a successful time where they went in, they gutted and restructured, retrained, rehired everybody in the police department. And they trained them with the priority to serve, not be served. And most of these cops think that our job is to serve them as citizens. They feel like they're royalty and we have to serve them. That's not the case. You are here to serve and protect the community that you work for, the community that pays your bills. One, there's no reason that LAPD is about to get $2.5 or $3 billion. But in general, I do feel like we need to defund many of the police departments, if not all of them, and build back up from the ground up. Prohibit the hiring of white supremacists. There's so many known white supremacists. They brag about it. They be flipping the WP. Donald does it all the time, jackass.
If you want to kill black people and get away with it, go and join this police department and insert said city. And it's almost like fun. You know what I mean? And you see, and some of the behaviors are just coming with a chip on their shoulder and just so angry and so ready. Now we got to talk about the 5 black men and a woman that were lynched over the past 2 weeks. I know we touched upon it earlier. Once again, the police are ruling these deaths suicide before an autopsy. How much slap in the face is that? Like before any autopsy.
It's incredibly irresponsible. One, because you have done no medical research to see the cause of death. 2, by labeling it a suicide, you now add additional time because now somebody has to come in and prove that it's not a suicide. So you give the people who actually lynched this person an opportunity to hide evidence, an opportunity to maybe leave town, an opportunity to cover up stuff, get their alibis together. You're creating a cushion. So, okay, if it is, okay, well, maybe this is rule murder. Okay, now what happened? No, the first 2-3 weeks, they assumed it was a suicide. And that screws everything up. It's irresponsible. It's intentional because, one, I guarantee you, especially in Palmdale, who has one of the biggest white supremacist groups in the country, in that area.
People don't know that.
I guarantee you, there's white supremacist personnel in the police department. He was so quick. They're so quick to say suicide. Black people don't do that. We're not strange fruit intentionally.
And you know, there was a few, I think it was not too long ago, 4 teachers, they posted a picture where they were holding a noose and it was funny to them. And also there was
saw that.
Did you hear about, they have something called sunning or sundown, where they have some kind of thing where they catch black people outside when the sun is down, they harass them. People hit me on Twitter saying, why is no one talking about what's happening in Palmdale, that white people in trucks are chasing people down in trucks in broad daylight, and there's been no coverage. So that's something that we have to.
And mainstream media, which is why we're important, our pages are important, we're gonna have to be the new news. Unofficially, from someone who works in media, in news, They said they were instructed not to, one, label it as lynching, two, give heavy coverage to these hangings. Three, if they do cover it, if they have to cover it, because they don't have anything else, because there's no dog shows or most beautiful cat contest, and they do have to actually cover the fact that some black person was hung from a tree, that to call it a suicide, call it what it was called initially, a suicide. This is not an accident. They don't want this. They don't want to discover that it's actually happening. I'm not some weird conspiracy theorist. The white supremacists are trying to keep us quiet. They're trying to push us back into our corner like they did in the 50s and 60s.
It's unbelievable how many steps backwards we've taken. Now we have Sherry Hinton. She said it's an inside job. And Miss Shay Jem Dropper says, Trump had the audacity to say he made Juneteenth popular. The fact
I saw that
bastard was going to come to Oklahoma on June 19th, which we all know what that day means.
Yeah.
And rally that day. He moved it to one day and then play dumb. And then to say it's a celebration. It's almost like, is this a bizarro world that we're in? Like, we know he's blatant with it, but it's like, are you trying not to get reelected? Do you not want the job anymore?
Yeah. That was blatant. That was as blatant as you can get. Oh, yeah, remember when we took this whole town and blew it up, hung, lynched, and shot most of the people who were there? The people who were left over were put in an internment camp for a while, and then let go maybe a week or two later, and with no home, no resources, no anything. So he knew exactly what he was doing. He's dumb, but he's not stupid.
He's crafty, and it's like, I worked with him before, and what he is good at is being a puppet master. He knows how to manipulate the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you become a good, that's how you do good reality TV. So he's working for him with his base. But a poll came out today where a Fox News poll, did you see it? Biden was at 50%, Trump was at 38%. Now
he out of there. That's why he wants us to have a full-fledged race war. He wants us to go ham and act a damn fool. That's why they're planting people in our protests. That's why it's random pallets, piles of bricks along the routes that we're protesting. That's not an accident. Ain't no construction anywhere near, and you got 1,000 bricks, 1,000 bricks, 1,000 bricks. You want us to tear shit up so you can declare martial law. So that way in the fall, between Corona coming back because we got out of the house too early, and between the military being there, we're not able to all go to the polls and vote you the hell out. That's what he wants. He wants us at home in the fall.
Attacking the mail system in the process. So we're gonna fool with voting on mail, although he has admitted to voting via mail, but apparently now it's not the